My advice to you today as you graduate, as you go out into the world, as they say, and some of you have already been out in the world and decided to advance yourselves by getting another degree. And my advice comes from two very special events that occurred in this Fernandez Family Center that we sit in today. Last Saturday, the Archdiocese ordained 8 new priests to the diaconate in the Archdiocese of Miami. And last night, we had our baccalaureate mass for commencement. At the ordination, Archbishop Wensky was a celebrant, and he read from the Holy Gospel of John. Jesus said to his disciples, "If the world hates you, realize that it hated me first." And immediately when I heard that, I thought, oh my gosh, it's so in tune to what's happening now. Because we know this by watching TV and seeing Hollywood and reading the papers, that people of faith are made fun of and discriminated against. And people say, why are you holding on to these old traditions? You got to get with it. But I'm going to tell you right now that that's the most important part of your education. You learn about business, you learn about science, but the most important part of your education is that you have faith in a higher power, that you have faith in God. I read a lot of John Gordon. He's one of my favorite guys on social media because he's positive and he's a motivational speaker. And he had his 11 rules for people who want to be the best in all his research that he's done. He has 11 reasons for how the best can be the best. And number 9, the best tap into a power greater than themselves. The best tap into the power greater than themselves. They realize it's not about me. Well, wait a minute. It's all about self right now in our world, isn't it not? I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. It's all about me. No. If you want to live a good life, it's not about you. That's not why we were put here. We were put here for the greater good of others. And that's what our faith teaches us. And STU teaches you that. And Archbishop Wensky in his homily said, you can build walls or you can build bridges. And I say to you, we all need to build bridges. We need to be bridge builders. We need to build bridges in our faith. We need to build bridges in our politics. Yes, I'm telling you, we know social media and 24-hour news are trying to divide us purposefully. What they don't know is we are actually together. We have common causes. We all want to have a great life and be able to support our families and get a great education and do well. The majority of our country wants that. But yet, for clicks and ratings, they want to divide us. We have to stop that. So build bridges in politics. We have to build bridges in race. Don't let people divide us based on race. We need to build bridges. And we need to build bridges in our families. I know we all have issues and things like that, but we got to bring the family together. You must build those bridges. At Baccalaureate Mass last night, celebrated by our VP for Mission, Father Capot, he reminded us that yesterday was the feast of Mary of Fatima. And that 40 years ago, on that date yesterday, Pope John Paul II was shot. They tried to assassinate our Pope. And that was predicted by Mary of Fatima in the third secret. And later on in his life, when people asked, how did you survive and what was the meaning of your survival? John Paul II spoke of being called, formed, and sent to do God's work and live a righteous life. And so when I heard these things this week, I wanted to share with you one of my favorite poems that was given to me when I was a senior in college as I went off into the real world, as they say. And it's a poem that I have now shared with all my seniors that I've coached over the years. And it's The Bridge Builder by Will Allen Dromgoole. I'm going to read it to you now. An old man going a lone highway came at the evening cold and gray to a chasm, vast and deep and wide, through which was flowing a sullen tide. The old man crossed in the twilight dim. The sullen stream had no fear for him. But he turned when safe on the other side and built a bridge to span the tide. Old man, said a fellow pilgrim near, you are wasting your strength with building here. Your journey will end with the ending day. You never again will pass this way. You've crossed the chasm deep and wide. Why build this bridge at evening tide? The builder lifted his old gray head. Good friend, in the path I have come, he said, there followed after me today a youth whose feet must pass this way. This chasm that has been as naught to me, to that fair-haired youth may a pitfall be. He too must cross in the twilight dim. Good friend, I am building this bridge for him. You have been called and formed and sent by your STU faith-based education to be a bridge builder, not to divide, but bring together. Be a bridge builder for God, because the rewards will be great in this world and beyond. We are so proud of you. Congratulations. God bless you all. Go Bobcats.